Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Stephen Inks. We are wrapping up the longest short month I have ever endured in my life. And for those of you who need some context there, this last month of February I have been doing the one pen, one ink, 1 month challenge. If you're a lover of fountain pens, you know one of the things that we love is how many different pens we have. Personally, I have about 40, which for some of you that might be a very small collection. I feel like it's the most pens I've had in my lifetime so far. Who knows, it might get bigger. But for this challenge, I only used one, and I let my subscribers vote. And the pen of choice was this Pilot Kakuno. And the ink I chose for myself, and it's Diatremont Document Gray, or Document Ink Urban Gray, excuse me, which is a new ink that I purchased. I might actually be pronouncing the name of this ink wrong because apparently it is from Germany and I thought it was French. But just like this challenge, I made a decision, I said it out loud, and now we're stuck with it. So what was it like just using one out of my many pens for an entire month? Well, I've got 3 big takeaways that I want to share with you. And speaking of takeaways, we're going to be doing some drawing in this channel. We're going to be doing some postcards, and I'm going to be sending those postcards out to one of my subscribers because we are also celebrating something with this video, and I'll tell you more about that celebration at the end. So let's get it kicked off with my very first thing that I learned during one pen, one ink, 1 month. Number 1, materials influence art style. So when you break this one down, it probably seems pretty obvious because, of course, a piece of art will be different if made with different materials, but the degree to which that's true is what really got to me. The fact that the pen that you all chose for me was such a fine liner meant that in order to get something that I thought was really good, I had to up my texture game in a big way. Now, often when I'm drawing with other pens, which are typically at least somewhat wider of a nib than the Kakuno, I focus on values, relative lights and darks. So you might see me just block in a shape with vertical lines instead of bothering to build 3D volumes with carefully planned out hatching or stippling patterns. I don't do a lot of hatching or stippling patterns, and that kind of works with a wider pen. It's a bit of a stylistic choice. But the Kakuno is so fine that there really isn't enough ink per stroke for that to work. So I had to build up layers and I had to think volumetrically in order to make that work. So you can really see this in one of the shorts that I uploaded, which includes probably one of my new favorite characters, the Bear of Bad News. I hope we'll bring him back at some point. But you can really see that the art that I had would have looked very different if I used a different pen, because I just really had to build that up. And so I guess what I'm trying to say, even though begrudgingly so, is that I shouldn't have complained so much about this pen because it taught me some things. I don't want to say that too many times though, because I do love a good complaint as much as the next guy. Number 2. Art pen does not equal writing pen does not equal everyday carry. So this pen that I'm using for this challenge was chosen by you guys, as I mentioned before, and I'm not surprised the Kakuno was the one that was chosen. The video I have on my channel for this, and I'll say it's not a special video, it's just one of the regular videos I've done, but it's the most popular video I have ever made with about 23,000 views at the time of this recording. So you guys are kind of obsessed with the pen. I'm going to give credit to the pen on that video. And I get it. It's a very unique pen. It does things that other pens can't do just by the nature of the so-called Japanese extra fine, which is a well-known thing in the fountain pen community, that Japanese pens can go super fine. But the fact that this pen can go super fine means that it's not perfect for every situation. Particularly, I had a lot of trouble using the Kakuno at work because of the varying quality of paper that I have to work with at my job. With the right paper and the right setup and everything, the Kakuno is wonderful for art, for fine details and all that stuff. But it can't do bold lines, It's harder to get values in there, super dark values, because you have to just go over everything a lot. So I find that this pen is really fun to use for art, but at the same time, it's not a great pen to use, or for me, it's not a very enjoyable pen to write with, excuse me. And it's not a very enjoyable pen to just carry around because, you know, the lines that you get out of it, it's just not what I like for writing. So that made this challenging, and it also challenged my artistic style, or some of the ways that I had to change my approach. So yeah, I found that was kind of an interesting, unexpected side effect of using this pen for a month. Number 3, I hated this. I didn't think that this would be hard. I really love this pen. I do, and I love the ink. I chose the ink myself. But I like pens as in plural and inks as in plural. I like being able to choose a pen, a different pen each day, multiple times in the day if I want, just to match my mood or just to match the thing that I want to do. I like having different pens to meet different needs. So when I started this channel back in 2020, I was looking for the perfect pen, the perfect fountain pen for drawing, and I discovered, to my surprise and to my delight, that no such thing really exists. It's just all the different qualities you can have, and sometimes it's nice to have many different things together. And I don't know, and that's kind of been the joy factor for me for the last couple of years. I love, in a world that's challenging and sometimes scary and depressing and all these other things, it's great to just have something silly that you love that puts a big old sloppy grin on your face. For me, it's all my pens. What's it for you? Silly things only. Tell me the silly thing that makes you smile. I have been missing my pens, and I'm looking forward to getting a bunch of different pens and getting them all out and using them and bringing that joy back. I just can't wait. So that's the biggest thing that I've learned from this challenge. Okay, so that's it. Those are 3 things I learned from One Pen, One Ink, 1 month. Let me know what you thought of this challenge. Is this something that you would be willing to try? Is this something that you would be able to try? Personally, I don't think I ever want to do this again. I'm so excited to use my other pens. Speaking about things I'm excited about, this channel's been around for a little less than 3 years, and just this last month, we finally hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, and that is all just because of all the positive vibes, the subscribes, the likes, the shares, and all the stuff that you guys do to lift me up as an artist. So I'm really happy about that. I'm excited for all the success that we've had here, and I want to give something out. So the 3 postcards that I drew today are going to be part of a giveaway. You can comment down below. Let me know which pen you would choose if you can only choose 1 pen for 1 month. And every person who comments below, if you're a subscriber to my channel, you'll be entered in a chance to win. I'll choose a random name, and I will post those 3 names on my community tab on my YouTube channel. So look out for that. I'm looking forward to getting a bunch of pens out and putting a bunch of different inks in them. In fact, I think I know what my next video is going to be. And I can't just do 1 pen for all of these inks. I gotta use multiple pens. I just gotta do it. So let's get that started.